Hi and welcome to our TecTalk format live from the show floor at Automechanica Frankfurt. And our next guest is a very interesting one. She's coming a long way, all the way from Sao Paulo here in our little studio. It's Stefania Pokladek from Mercado Libre. Stefania, I'm really pleased that you join us for the show today.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the invitation. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys.
It's good to see you, and I guess it's a very interesting topic for our viewers and listeners, because I guess most of the people in the industry, also in Europe, they know about Mercado Libre and that it's a very huge platform in Latin America. But can you tell us a little bit more about it and specifically about you? So what are your tasks at Mercado Libre? What are you doing there? And what are the main topics you're dealing with?
Okay, perfect. Now, Mercado Libre is the biggest marketplace of Latin America. So the interesting thing, Chris, is that in Latin America we are even bigger than the non-Amazon.
Yeah,
that it's here. So when I talk about numbers, just to try to explain and give a kind of volume of big numbers, we have 145 million unique visitors and users. What does it mean? Means
that's nearly the size of Brazil, right?
Exactly. So you are right. So Brazil would be the top one considering population. Mercado Libre would be the second largest country in Latin America, and then will come Mexico. So we are really big, and we are very happy of that. Currently, I've been in Mercado Libre since 2 years and a half, and I'm leading the auto parts department or category in Latin America.
Yeah.
What does it mean? Means that everything concerning user experience, about products, about brand strategy, it's under my responsibility.
Yeah.
And before Mercado Libre, I had the pleasure to work at General Motors.
So you're coming from the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know, because we spoke before, also at General Motors, you had some experience with e-commerce, right?
Yeah, exactly. My challenge in General Motors was try to bring the digitalization of auto parts through an e-commerce on platform called Peça Chevrolet. So we built our own platform, digitalizing all the catalogs. So it was a huge work. We also had to set up a studio in our warehouses to take picture of each one. So imagine how big it is. And also the other part of General Motors business was selling through marketplace. So we call it a dual strategy.
And was it a GM-owned marketplace or?
Yeah, okay. GM-owned marketplace in South America. In Brazil was the first country has been launched for B2B and B2C public, integrated for our technical catalog. For the B2B public, there is much more technical.
So I can imagine having this experience from General Motors helps you a lot now in your role when you made the switch to Mercado Libre. So you could bring a lot of knowledge into the platform and into the business in auto parts, I assume.
Yeah, this was great because I had the opportunity to see the other side.
Yeah.
What I mean. So how difficult for brands is to digitalize, and what kind of help they need to start then digital business. So with this knowledge, it's one of important part of my job to try to create a value proposition that would be co-participating Mercado Libre and the brand to accelerate this entrance and this sustainable growth in the business.
Yeah, no. Totally. And in terms of market size, we already learned that if Mercado Libre would be a country, it would be the second largest country. And in which countries are you operating?
Yeah, we have 18 operations in all LATAM, and we are operating in 8 countries. So I mean, from Argentina to Mexico. So Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Mexico, Peru, Ecuador, Venezuela.
That's a huge market.
Yeah, a very huge market, and we have a lot of opportunity. Currently, if we talk about auto parts online business in our region, we are talking about 70 to 80% of all the market.
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
But our main challenge...
70.
7-0. Yeah,
Wow.
but look, there is a tricky on that, because is it online just 10% of all markets? So our
Yeah.
main challenge is to bring off to online.
Yeah.
Try to be the biggest one-stop destination
Yes.
for auto parts in LATAM.
Bringing them more together.
Yeah, exactly.
And regarding the parts, I can assume that many of our viewers are now eager to learn what part categories are like the top sellers on your platform. And is there a difference or a big difference between the countries?
No, actually, the behavior, it's very similar. Yeah, we have some difference that I told you, but the number one we call in Spanish repuestos de autopartes.
Yeah.
What it means, auto parts as itself. So shock absorbers, all of that transmission. This big category for cars and vans. This represents more than our 60% of our sales. After that, we comes to motos auto parts.
Yeah.
And this category of motos is very strong in Colombia, in Mexico, and in Brazil, because the moto parks is increasing a lot in our countries.
Yeah.
After that, we come with tires. Tires, it's a category that is much more digitalized than the other one.
Yeah.
So it's much calmer to find a tire online than a shock absorber, considering other platforms and online digitals. After that, we go to accessories, multimedia,
Yeah.
mainly because it's easier to find a multimedia for your car. And the last one, oils
Yeah.
and filters.
So lubricants.
Yeah,
Okay.
lubricants, exactly.
No, that's very interesting, and I guess what many of our viewers don't think of most of the time is because when you're looking for growth opportunities, a lot of people always talk about going east. Going Asia, Southeast Asia, India is a big opportunity. But I would say also in South and Central America is a very good opportunity, because there's like a very significant growth rate in this business.
Yeah, we are growing more than 25% per year over year. So we have a huge
And this is
growth.
for the parts category, right?
Yeah, for the cards, and parts grows more than Meli grows, that Mercado Libre.
Yeah.
Because it's important to say to everyone that Mercado Libre is not just dedicated to auto parts.
Yes.
So we sell clothes, we sell consumer electronics, home and industry, fashion, supermarket.
Basically, you're the everything store for South
Exactly.
America, and basically for our viewers to understand it. And as you mentioned them already, like Mercado Libre in South America is like what is here, eBay and Amazon combined from the size and the market share you're having.
Exactly. We are even bigger than Amazon in Latin America. So, and I think that part of our explanation why we are so big is because we have the complete ecosystem. So we can provide to sellers not just the marketplace platform, but a paying platform that it's Mercado Pago, and we have connected with us Mercado Envios, that our logistic type.
Yes. So I can, if I want to sell something on the platform, I can do the full logistics via Mercado Libre, and also store them in your warehouses, and the whole process will be dealt with by you.
Exactly. So we have some logistic types. So we have one that is the fulfillment one that you store with us, and we take care of all after sales process and to the delivering time. This one takes in Brazil 70% comes in less than 2 days. Imagine how Brazil is big.
Yes.
Sorry. And we have a lot of fulfillment centers in Brazil and in the other countries too. So this is one part of logistic time. The other one we call cross-dock. The cross-dock, as you know, is the one that the seller needs to pack small into the final guest and do the package process. That fulfillment we do for the seller.
Yeah.
And we have one that we have just launched that is called Flex Turbo. This one You cannot believe it, but in less than 2 hours
Oh wow.
comes to you. And for auto parts, this is very interesting because helps a lot to batteries.
Yeah, totally. Because like when a workshop is ordering, they want the part ASAP because they want to put it in the
Yeah.
car. And is this limited to regions? So in which regions can you offer this fast service?
Yeah, this Flex Turbo has just been launched in Argentina
Yeah.
and in Brazil, and are now in a pilot way. So are in some dedicated regions, but we are spreading that now
Yeah.
for the rest of
Yeah, sure.
the regions. The idea is that everybody could get it regarding the necessity that you have. So
Yeah.
it's good for batteries, for gifts that you need to buy. I
Yeah.
had a personal experience that I need to buy
Yeah.
a toy for a nephew.
Yeah.
And then I went to Mercado Libre because I have forgot.
I forgot it. I need it tomorrow. And then
Exactly.
you can get same day delivery basically.
Yeah, in 2 hours.
And is it, I guess, in Europe and also North America, I think that customers value these additional services. And with adding additional services, you can kind of fight the pricing sensitivity. So basically, you don't have to be the price leader per se if the service is really good. So then customers are not just looking at pricing, you know. Maybe you can find the same product like 20 cents cheaper at another retailer, but they don't get the same day delivery, but they get it in a week. And so customers will still opt for your product.
Yeah, you are right. I think some years ago it was price, but now we talk about convenience.
Yes.
It's what you think about quality. So we just measure it also. So we have a quality index of our products, or personal index, how you want that the products just don't have pictures and description. But when you have some additional things, like in auto parts, you are saying compats.
Yeah.
That is the application. When you put the application on that, after that, when you select one of our delivering picking types, so you are like growing in your relevance.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put also money on that, as would be a Google Ads.
So it's like a paid search result.
A paid
basically.
search. So each scale you grow, combine it with your quality and with customers' demand.
Yeah.
Because customer need to find it.
Yeah.
So it grows a lot.
And talking about the business on your platform, so I understand it's both. It's B2B as well as B2C. And what is kind of the split? So how many businesses going on the B2B side and how much on the B2C?
A very good question. In the last years, we try to measure it.
Yeah.
Because some mechanics in auto parts, they use a lot because they wanted the convenience to have it fast.
Yeah.
So about 30 to 35% of our customers are the professional ones.
And that's really a high number, I would say,
Super
compared
high.
to other platforms. That's crazily high.
Yeah, and for us, what is interesting, and we are trying to show and to give the best experience to these B2B customers because their frequency is 21 times higher than of a B2C. Because of course, you not
like
go to buy a tire because you want.
Yeah, B2C customer, he is maybe ordering even if he's not ordering a tire, but a spark plug, for example, he doesn't need a new spark plug every day.
Exactly.
So, yes.
That is the point. So our idea is to spread this fast delivering, this Flex Turbo, as I told you, because this is very important for a B2B customer. They need to have it now.
Yeah.
They cannot wait. So this will help a lot, and we are designing special loyalty programs for these customers.
Yeah.
It's not ready, but we are working on that.
And this Flex Turbo fast delivery, is this whole process in Mercado Libre hand, or are you partnering with people? Because like in logistics, we all know the difficult stuff is always like what is called the last mile. You know, because sometimes it's really easy to get it to your last warehouse, but then from there to the customer, this last mile is always the part where a lot of companies struggle to deliver in time.
Yeah, you are right. We have a list of some providers that we recommend to this Flex Turbo one, and then we pay for the seller with a different price, with
Yeah.
a lower price, but at least that we have pre-viewed to assure that is good,
Yeah.
and then don't have a problem. But this is a challenge that we have in all world. Yeah,
Yes.
logistic always is a challenge.
It's not just in the auto parts
Yeah.
business. It's in every business when you're selling for every retailer. It's a challenge.
Yeah, but it's our competitive advantage because we
Yeah.
measure everything, we measure all KPIs, and we rate that.
Yes.
So you need to be good to be rated and recommended.
Would you then say, so from what I'm hearing, you're putting a lot of emphasis on analytics as well. So would you see Mercado Libre, I guess, is less seen from the inside as a traditional retailer, but you are basically a tech company.
Yeah, exactly.
And you are dealing with in retail, but in the core, it's about the technology.
Yeah, you are right. Our core, we are a tech company. So because of that, we have a team, a lot of teams that are able to increase features, to change process very, very fast. So sometimes everybody says me, what is short term? For us, short term is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's working on that, enhancing it.
Do you know what short term means in the automotive aftermarket? It's not tomorrow.
Exactly. So this is one challenge that we have to meet
Yeah.
those demands, because short term for most industry, of course, is not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Would be 3 months or something like
Yeah.
that. So
Even that's pretty fast.
yeah, it's very fast.
No, great. And what I learned in the conversations we had before today, and what was new to me, like over here in Europe, and I wouldn't call it an issue, but most of the workshops, what they don't like is customers bringing their own parts. So it is a bit easier in some regions in Europe, but specifically like in Germany, no way, you bring your own part to the workshop. And I learned from you that in Latin America, workshops even tell their customers, please order your part, here it is, there's the product on Mercado
Yeah.
Libre, you have to order this one and then you bring it and I put it in.
Yeah, this is something interesting. You are right that we have talked before. What we see in Latin America, that workshops doesn't earn money for the part. They
Yeah.
earn money for the service.
Yeah.
So for them, if you want to bring the part, no problem, and they can order to you. Some of them, of course, put some margin on that, but it's not
Yeah.
very common. And for them, they prefer it because they are so small. Some of them are so small when you have one mechanic that buys, that pays,
Yeah.
and then fits the car. So for them, it's even better if you bring the part, or if they have a such easy system as we
Yeah.
are trying to do in Mercado Libre, that with one click he received in 2 hours the part.
Yeah.
So they don't have a lot of a lot of people just for
Yes.
purchasing department. Of
No, and
course.
also most of the workshops are independent, I assume. So
Exactly.
they're not belonging to a big chain who has contracts with certain suppliers, so they
Yeah.
can freely choose which part they are buying and where to buy it from.
Exactly, but some of them, of course, they have the chains. But we
Yeah.
are a democratic platform. We need to be in chains
Yeah.
and independent ones. So
Yeah.
we need to bring the solution that fits everyone.
And do you have like also like specific workshop chains contracted kind of? Is there something that you say, okay, and with this workshop chain is specifically a good customer of ours, or is it just for you? You say we are like non-discriminating, everyone can order if you're in a chain or not, and
Everybody can order and everybody can sell.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I have this pen and I want to sell this pen and it's a new pen, I can.
it's a very beautiful pen.
A beautiful pen,
It's a
yeah.
nice blue TecTalk pen.
This would be very expensive, but this is the thing. So we are trying to democratize everything.
Yeah.
I had one experience that was very good, because before being the head of auto parts, I was responsible for fulfillment, commercial strategy in Brazil. So I had the
So
experience.
you really like a challenge.
Yeah, you see. So then I had the experience to go with the delivery guy
Yeah.
to deliver goods. And we also went inside of slams.
Yeah.
So you go everywhere.
Yeah.
And some people from slams also sell it.
Yeah.
They have their own business.
Yeah, sure.
So we are trying to do everything. As we are a bank, Mercado Pago,
Yes.
we help and we could give credit.
Yeah, and this then pays in what we spoke about to provide additional services to your customers, because as a tech company there are plenty of services. I mean, we mentioned the advertising part and the paid search part, but you're also offering a payment option. So
Exactly.
workshops can kind of license your payment system, and then customers in the workshop can pay via your payment tool.
Exactly. And our payment system, Mercado Pago, it's online and offline, in
Yeah.
Meli and not in Meli. What I mean, in the GM platform that I have worked on that, we integrated Mercado Pago payment
Yeah.
system, because you can integrate with different marketplace and with different companies. This is one thing. Workshops could have the offline option.
Then they get a little device and
Yeah, and you have
can
the
swipe your card.
exactly. You have it. In Argentina, it's very, very common. Sometimes when you go to a shop and you don't have money, they will give you a QR code for Mercado Pago and you
Yeah.
scan and pay it.
Yeah. No, that's really
Yeah.
great. It's a
Yeah.
good way to build a good relationships with these workshops, because again, what we said, it's about customer value, and it takes a lot of hassle away from them, because as you said, they don't want to search for the part and flick through a lot of catalogs of suppliers, and they also they want to fix the car. That's what they want to do. They probably don't want to deal with writing an invoice and stuff like that. So this is also then provided by you via this payment platform.
Exactly.
So yeah,
You are right.
I agree. That's a very good approach.
Yeah, this idea, the original idea of the platform is you can be wherever you are and you can order what you want and receive it. So all the convenience, you can have it. And if you don't have credit, you can pay of some products 18 times without interest. Of course, that someone pays it, maybe the seller, but it's good because it facilitated to increase the democratization of e-commerce in Latin America. This is our main slogan and our mission.
Yeah, and since I have a passion for data, let's
really?
talk about the data on your platform. So if I would be a seller of a specific car parts, let's say I sell spark plugs, and I put a listing on your marketplace. How do you ensure like a high data quality? Like high data quality meaning I need to provide the right product description, like the features. I need to deliver photos of the product, good photos of the product, probably not one which I just take with my smartphone when it's lying on the floor or something. And then I also need to make sure that I add the information that to which car actually these parts are fitting, because when a workshop, the better the information you provide, the easier it is for the workshop to find the right part. And what I know from you big retailers is if there's something which you really don't like is returns.
Yeah, you are right. Exactly, because of this process, there is not an easy process regarding auto parts, because consumer electronics, everybody has iPhone specification, pictures and everything.
Yeah.
And for shock absorbers, there's not so easy. So we have development a solution that is called Brand Central, which brands can show and can share with us their catalog, and some providers, as you, Tech Alliance, could share all the information of the products. What does it mean? That a seller, when wants to sell a shock absorber, when they insert the part number and say there is a shock absorber, if it's in our catalog, all the information we already came to
and
him.
then it fetches all the information from the entry which was done previously.
Exactly. So we will suggest description, we will suggest application, technical details, and then they go next, until to publish. So would be much more easier than it is today, because today, if you don't have the information, you need to go to all the offline catalogs that are so big, translate it into friendly customer information, take the picture. So this will help a lot. And we see that if you accept our suggestions and when you put application on that, your list will increase the exhibition in 30%.
Yeah.
So when you take some of our picking types 3 times more, because we are sure that
Yeah.
we will deliver it. So then you can combine these ingredients to have much more awareness than our original publication.
Yes, and you also incentivize higher data quality. So the better the data is I put in there, the higher I also rank in the results, right? And this
Exactly.
is a very smart way.
Smart way, yeah, because you have a better conversion rate.
Yeah.
And having a better conversion rate, less claim rates, because you are standardizing the type of
Yeah.
information, of course you'll sell more and more satisfied customers. So the sellers will sell more, but the brand, Bosch, for example,
Yeah.
in the end of the year, also will send more because
Yes.
someone needs to buy from Bosch.
Yes.
And all the ecosystem will be connected. So this is, and then if the brands share with us this information, we could share some data regarding the brand.
Yeah.
How they are, average price, if they are higher, if they are not, which kind of market share they have, and how they could increase. So dedicated service, so we
Yeah.
could provide it with data driven and real information that the retail world offline, it's very difficult to have it, but
Yeah.
we could track it online.
And in terms of additional services we talked about the financial services you can provide, talked about the marketing services on the platform you provide. But what you're also dealing with is also a topic the community is dealing here with a lot, is to digitize the workshop booking. So this is also something you are offering to workshop, that like a buyer can book a specific appointment. I guess for now it's for tires, for a tire change, they can book an appointment via your platform.
Yeah, this is something brand new. We have just launched it in Brazil.
Is it a world premiere? We're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, last week actually we have done it. We launched it. We are calling this installation service.
Yeah.
What it means. Before that, you need to buy the tire to your house, then go to a workshop and install, or wait to a workshop to buy from us and
Yeah.
do that. So we try to connect it. So you could buy the part you want, the tire in this case, the tire goes to the workshop that it's with us subscribed,
Yeah.
and you have make this appointment and you can pay it online, go and have in your car. So this will help a lot, and our idea is for these friendly categories expand it as oil, batteries, this much easier installation parts, and maybe the future of them.
And
yeah?
it's not so likely that you make a mistake ordering these parts.
I think it's not so easy because we have some widgets that helps the buyer.
Yeah.
So he can select the kind of tire,
Yeah.
what you want before, and there is a chat that can talk
Yeah.
with the seller.
They're using an AI that's like a chatbot, or
Yeah, also too.
okay. So
AI
you,
is the word now, no?
It is. You just say AI. We just mentioned AI here in the podcast, and I look on my phone, and the Mercado Libre stock is going up.
Exactly. they hear us, yeah, all
Yes,
the time. So
yes.
our watches, our phones,
Yes, totally.
everyone.
And talking about these services, are there differences in the regions where some services work better than in other regions?
Our idea some years ago, we started to launch some service and some features in the most big regions like Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico. Now
Yeah.
we have parity ROLA, what is mean rest of Latin America.
Yeah.
So all the small countries, we are trying to launch everything in our countries to having the complete ecosystem. So now we have launched the installation service in Brazil as a pilot, and then
Yeah.
the idea is to expand to all regions as same as application that we call Compass,
Yeah.
which means that a buyer writes what is the part, what is the car, version, and then we search previously to the buyer
Yeah.
what are the listings that
Ah,
apply
okay.
it, so makes easier to do not make a mistake.
Yeah. No, totally. It's very very interesting topic, and it sounds that you're in a very very good position. So definitely in South America. But where do you expect the market going? So what is happening? What is on your roadmap for the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years?
So the big
I
challenge.
mean, you're so dominant. Where do you want to grow?
Yeah, no, but as I told you, just we have digitalized
Yeah.
10% of the market. So our big challenge is to have more inside Meli. So our idea is firstly helping this catalog process. So I will enable a lot of people to sell more and to buy more if
Yeah.
I have the complete portfolio. So our idea is to have the complete portfolio of auto parts
Yeah.
in Latin America, so you can find offline and online the same parts, and you can choose if you want to go to a place or you can buy it online. And then regarding that, when you have the offer, is making easier to find it.
Yeah.
Maybe we are studying with plate, with VIN number, something that helps you to don't have some mistakes. We are also studying EI measures, EI features to help you. So everything that help you to find the correct part and to give all the offer is what we are looking for, and install it.
It is really, and it sounds really interesting. We will be monitoring you
Oh, thank you.
on the way to success. And if now people are getting curious, be it like traders or maybe manufacturers, what would be a good approach to start selling on your platform? What do they need to do?
First, they need to go to our page. There is mercadolibre.com, could be
Yeah.
.br, Brazil, .r, that are Argentina, or another one.
There's also an English version of it.
No, there is no English version.
Okay.
Spanish and Brazilian, because they
Okay.
are the languages that are spoken in Latin America. After that, they need to create an account as a seller. You can create, I can create. After you create this account, you start to publishing your products. Maybe one of them will be already in catalog, so
Yeah.
we'll be lucky and start monitoring and selling that. The other way we have also some capacitation programs for our sellers. We have created some specific for auto parts, for automakers, for their dealers, because it's not so easy to sell online or to teach someone to sell online that never have sold online.
Yeah.
So we are capacitating that with sometimes 5 months program that we have just launched in auto parts. Also, big brands and big sellers, they can be part of our key account service program. So we have our Meli Pro.
So I can get someone who is taking me on the hand, and
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I need.
This is the thing. So
Yes.
they can help you, take you, give some data information for
Yeah.
you to learn how to do it. And we have our partners too. We have a lot of companies that are certified partners
Yeah.
that can do the same for you. Because sometimes you are not in the level to have a key account
Yeah.
executive from Meli, but you have a consultant that can help you and all the online platform.
Yeah.
So after that, we also could bring some details after this presentation,
Yes.
after this interview, sorry, so someone can see and have
No,
much more
totally.
details.
For our viewers, if you are now more interested in what Stefania is saying, we will provide a link to an exclusive presentation.
Exactly.
And you can have more information. But there's one last thing I wanted to ask you, because like e-commerce globally is on the rise, and it's also on the rise in the Far East. So there are a lot of Chinese platforms now stepping into the e-commerce business. It's mainly retailers. So we have like very, let's say, aggressive platforms, like we have AliExpress, we have the Temus, we have in fashion, it's Shein, which are globally. Is this something which you think could be a threat for you in the future?
we are working to analyze all of our competitors. So we are trying to, these other platforms, they are interesting, important players, but much more in other sectors than auto parts in our case. So they are more in consumer electronics, small stuff, fashion.
Yeah.
So we are working to give the best experience we
Yes.
can in our countries than these platforms. But I think that regarding auto parts, we are much more prepared than.
Yeah, totally. It's like a complete different animal,
Yeah.
like selling like a pair of shorts or selling the right part for the right car.
Yeah, because you know that we have also challenges considering delivering of big parts too. So we have this differentiation that I think can help a lot.
No, very, very interesting. I am very pleased that you have been our guest for this session. And again, a reminder for our viewers, in the show notes, you can find a link to an exclusive presentation if you want to know more. There's also the contact details you can reach out to at Mercado Libre if you now want to join the platform. Stefania, thank you very much for being my guest. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Chris. It was a pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.